Hey guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about all that buffering stuff. What a headache. I hate it when it buffers. So I got off and I'm back on so you won't have a headache with me. It's Miss Southern Belle. I apologize for all that buffering. I got off and came back on. I said, what? What is all this buffering about? I hate it when it buffers. So I'm back. So if you guys want to swing back in and come off the other one, I'm back on another live. I apologize for all the buffering. I hate it when it goes bloop, bloop. So I apologize. I hate it buffering on you guys. And I know you. Hey, Jim, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. I hate it when it buffers. And you know how you'd be watching somebody and it buffers and buffers and buffers and buffers. And I said, please turn it off and come back on. But when it does that, it keeps doing it inside the computer. So I had to fool with it and everything. It's a headache, I tell you. It's a headache when it buffers. So I guess I better get StreamYards eventually. They say StreamYards is better than YouTube, so it's gonna buffer. It's got that buffering sensation. So I guess it's just you and me. It's all night. It's been happening with a lot of people. If they have just YouTube, it buffers on them. It's a nightmare when it happens. I know. It's like a nightmare on Elm Street. So, hey, Gemma, since it's just you and me, we can just hang, I can be a cowgirl, I've been a cowgirl. Let's get on our computer. I'm going to get StreamYards eventually. I'm too, everybody said, why don't you get StreamYards? I'm too lazy to put it in the computer in the awful. Yeah, I heard StreamYards is better. I'm going to have to get that. Or Streamlabs, yeah. It's free. I know it's free. I'm just, LAZY. So I just come back on to talk to y'all. Hey, it's just you and me, girlfriend. You guys come on in and give me a thumbs up. I'm trying my best to do the best I can. Trying the best to do the best I can. You know that. And Jimmy knows that. We're all hanging out just like that. Oh, it's Expectation Greg. How you doing? I was buffering early, so I left. I hate being buffered out. I feel like I'm doing a car wax commercial. It's the car wash. When you see that going like that, I see people going like that. I say, it's a car wash. It freezes here. Oh, I should have my good side go. So it's a freeze out, huh? Oh, it's freezing. It's cold where you're at. Yeah. So look at it like you're at a car wash, I hate it when it buffers. I can't stand it. It's a buffer out. I guess it's because I was on somebody else's live too long. So, that's what you get. When you're on somebody else's live too long, you get punished. Better not do that. You will hear that. I just wanted to make sure I had that one on. So, how y'all doing tonight? This is my second try. Just kind of making sure everybody's okay. It's just me and you and the chickens and the hens and the pigs and everything else. When you next at Disney? Weren't you next at Disney? Oh, no, not me. Oh, you mean Expectation Greg? Is he at Disney? I'm in Georgia. The only thing is dizzy here is me. I'm a dizzy blonde. Hey, I hope everybody comes back, I just hate for it to be buffering. It's very unpleasant to be watching somebody when they're in buffering. Hey, Country Time TV, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Could you please give me a thumbs up, please? Please. Okay. And connect with everybody. I don't know if you were here, I was showing these flashlights earlier. So, ooh, welcome to my live. Ooh, there's going to be a ghost story coming on here. Are you ready for my ghost story? Once upon a time, there was this man with a golden arm. He had this golden arm, and he was really, really rich. Well, then one day it was raining and lightning, and here comes the rain, and the lightning, and then this guy was driving his car with a golden arm, and then he got in a wreck, and his arm got cut off and rolled out into this area where they were building houses. And then he says, and then he died. And all the time that he was dying, he says, "Where's my golden arm? Woo! Where's my golden arm? Woo!" And so nobody could find that golden arm. So years went by, and then a house was built on it. And this young man and woman came in, and they hang out in the house, and they said, they kept hearing that noise. "I want my golden arm. I want my golden arm." Woo, 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 woo. And they went down the steps to the basement slowly with their flashlight. And they didn't see anything. So they went back upstairs and went to bed. And they got up the next morning and they heard it again. At night, the same thing happened. "I want my golden arm. I want my golden arm." So they walked down the stairs to see what it was. They looked to see who it was and what it was. "You gotta go. You gotta watch out, because this is getting pretty scary. Hold on to your britches. Hold on to your chair. It could get really wicked in here with the golden arm story. You know what I mean?" So the next time he went down to the stairs to look for the golden arm man, and the man was saying it. He was standing in there with chains. "I want my golden arm. I want my golden arm." "You can have your golden arm." Did I scare you? Did I scare you out of your britches? Did you poop in your britches? No, I'm just kidding. I must have scared somebody out here because I had 5. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, there was another story, another spooky story. Thank you. There's another spooky story to tell you. And this was the man who dated the woman with the ribbon around her neck. She had this beautiful black ribbon. I don't think I have a ribbon here, but you can imagine. She had a black choker around her neck. And every night he says, "Can I just take that ribbon off your neck?" And she says, "No, whatever you do, don't take that ribbon off my neck. You hear me? You don't take that ribbon off my neck. You hear me?" He says, "Okay." So, they did their wild thing. And the next night, she still had that black choker on. She was pure naked, but she had that black choker on. And he says, "Let me take that off." She says, "No, don't you take that black ribbon off my neck. Whatever you do, don't you take that black ribbon off my neck." And she went to sleep. He couldn't stand it. He could not stand it. He had to take that black ribbon off her neck. So he went in there, he unclipped that black ribbon, and off-rode her head. And she said, "I told you not to take that black ribbon off my head." So the moral of the story is, when somebody says you not to do something, just don't do it. Because I told you not to do it 3 times. I appreciate you sharing me out. I appreciate everybody sharing me out. Jimmy, did you poop in your britches when I told you about the golden arm? You remember when your mama used to tell you ghost stories? Oh, yeah, there were some good ones. We get in the bed and all of us just cuddle up with mama and daddy too. Hello, Brenda Davis. Gravity dude all day. How you doing? Yeah, we get up in that bed and we snug a bug, all 6 of us, to the mother. Mother's, you know what my mother would do? She wanted to clear us out. Now, you think your daddy would do this, but my mother let one. She'd go, I said, dang, everybody just get out of the bed. That's how we cleared out. She had cabbage that night, too. You know what I mean? If you want to clear out somebody out of the room, eat cabbage and then cut one. And then that will be the end of them people in the bed with you. There's a lot of love there, but when you want to clear the bed, forget about it. I'm glad to see you're okay. Oh, yeah. I remember when you used to walk home. I used to walk home, you wouldn't think about how big I am. But when I was in high school, we'd walk home and there's people had these crab apple trees. Oh man, them crab apples with a tongue of salt right there, right there on that hand, right there. You lick it and you eat a bite of that apple. Boy, your lips would just pucker. I mean, them was some good old crab apples. Those were so good. And then I remember I was not a good kid, but I tried to be good when I started changing when I got a little older. But when I was young, I was a little wild child. We used to go and we'd hang out and during Halloween, I don't know if y'all ever did this. I bet everybody egged somebody's car. Come on now. But I remember this is a lesson to be learned. I have never egged a car since. I was like really good at running. Thank God. I egged this one car, threw it right at the windshield. You could see it. And then I said, and that guy says, I'm going to get you, girl. I'm going to get you and I'm going to whip you hard. I'm like, oh, what have I done? I said, I hope he don't hurt me because, I'm going to wash this car. I ran. I ran. I was scared, but I was kind of laughing. It was mean, but I ran. But Halloween, you're always doing something silly. One time I had kids come for trick or treat, and I'm gonna have to be careful because kids are really sweet. They tickle me. They in the little costumes, and I really do up for Halloween candy. I don't give candy. I give toys because kids are allergic to candy all the time. So there's this one kid. I had run out of the lights. I had light glasses. I only had 6, and there's particular kids I like to give the special stuff. So I said, I see you, Brenda. Yeah, I bet you were a good little girl. I see. He said he came back and he was like 6 years old and he had a hatchet in his head. It looked like blood was coming down his head. He said, do you have any of those, any more of those eyeglasses that lights up? And I said, no, hon, I sure don't. He looked like he looked like his head was really hurting after that with that knife down it. Hey, Dwayne, how you doing? He had a hatchet hanging in his head, and I said, ooh, I bet you got a headache. He said, I sure do now because I don't get none of them glasses that light up, and I thought about died laughing. Kids will crack you up. They crack me up. And one time I had a kid come here for a trick-or-treat candy. It was so funny. I laughed my rear end off at this one. I said, I'm out of candy. He put his hands on his hips. He said, well, what do you got? I said, I got a can of chicken noodle soup. You want that? He said, I'll take it. I'm like, seriously? And I said, here, I'll give you 50 cents instead. He says, well, wait a minute. My mama likes chicken soup, 50 cents. I think chicken soup costs $1, don't it? I said, yes, it does cost $1 for a can of chicken soup these days. Well, let me think about this. So, he's like 6 years old, man. Who would have known? So he says, okay. So he picks up the can of chicken noodle soup. Now, that weighs a lot to a little kid. And then he holds the 50 cents in his hand. And he says, well, hey, get her done, Granny. He says, I don't know. I think I'm going to go for the 50 cents because this chicken soup's pretty heavy. I'm going to see if my mom will carry it because she's the one who likes it. Why should I carry her stuff? I said, I don't know. You can have both while I carry. He said, I think I'll take both. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. He was so courteous about it. I said, well, you're quite welcome. And I hope you and your mama enjoy your night. And he says, we sure will. And we always come to this house because we know you are cool. And I was like, wow, I'm cool to a 6-year-old kid. Wow, can't beat that. So, hey, if you guys don't have each other, connect with each other. If you don't have Brenda Davis, Scooby-Doo, connect with her, Scooby-Dooby-Dab, Scooby-Doo. I'm just going to call you Brenda Davis. We obviously can't get that right. But you're a Scooby-Doo girl. But anyway, hey, Heather, how you doing? How's that going? Yes, he wanted the chicken soup too. These kids today, they're so precious. Children are the preciousest little things you ever, and they're so cute. And I was with my cousins, and they were little kids then. And I said a cuss word. Oh my God, I thought I was going to be ridiculed for that. And they said, I won't say my name. I said, Miss Southern Belle, that's a naughty word. That's a bad word. You bad. You said God forgive you for that bad word. And I said, I had to say it. Those kids were serious Christian kids. Now, you can't mess around with them kids. They were serious business. And I mean, they kept me straight for sure. But I had so much fun with them. I mean, that one of them passed away. It broke my heart. She had a knot in her stomach, and she died. It about killed my heart because she was such an adorable little girl. She was 5 years old. Because I remember the good things that she did when we had a house, and she was like, she was up on a chair, and she was like 6 years old, and she looked at me and she says, Miss Southern Belle, you make a good mom, and you know that? I said, you think? And she had the brownest eyes, and her hair was all stringy and brown, and you can be, they're kind of goopy, they're kind of messed up and candied up, and drippy, kids are cute. And I said, you think? And she says, I think. And so we all had cooked the dinner for Mom and Daddy and the other people that were visiting at LJ. And I said, it's tea time. And they were excited because, they're little girls, 3 little girls. I said, I got this tea time. It's called sleepy time tea because them kids got energy. You know what I mean? So I gave them some sleepy time tea. And I said, let's watch us a good old cartoon movie. Let's watch Pinocchio. I love that movie, Pinocchio. And they said, I do too, Miss Southern Belle. They call me by my real name, of course. And I said, okay. So I put Pinocchio on, and I was playing it. And I went in there just to get something to drink. Besides, I didn't do the sleepy time tea. I didn't go down, So I had to do coffee. So I come in there, and all 3 of them were all twisted up I fixed a little bed on the floor. Remember you could do all that for little kids. They're so precious. And they were all laying there asleep. I said, shoo, now it's time for me to do my thing. I'm very quiet about it. I go in there, I take a shower, get cleaned up, and, I finish up cooking, I wash the dishes. Now they're still asleep. Then Mom and Daddy and the other ones come in, they're still asleep. I set the table, and they all got up. The little kids, how they look when they wake up. They're so precious. They're like, their long eyelashes and everything. They look like little princesses. And they get up and they say, did we go to sleep now? This Southern Belle? And I said, yes, but I took care of everything. And I told them, all y'all cooked it all. And they said, well, we helped. We did a lot of work, and we had to rest a spell. Rest a spell? They slept 2 hours. Hello, Austin Beach Hunters. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in the chat. If you see anybody you want to connect to in the chat, help yourself and give me a thumbs up and check us all out. Check me out. Okay. Anyway, kids are so beautiful. I mean, every minute of the day when you with somebody, before you go to sleep, even if you have an argument or say something wrong, always go to bed with a happy face in your heart and in your mind. Always say, I love you, especially if you mean it. And it makes you feel good because those last few words might mean something. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Okay? And that's the way I feel about y'all coming in tonight. Thank you. I love you. And I appreciate you. I might not can see everybody comes in the chat, but forgive me for that. And I'm sorry if I don't see you in the chat and you went by me. Forgive me. So, sometimes you just got to say those words. And Heather, I want to ask you about your little pig. How is that little pig of yours? Are you going to do any more pig thingies? That pig is so spoiled. You know what I thought that first when I was watching you, it looked like, Heather, it looked like it was a cat. I thought it was a cat, a black cat. I was like, I had to do this. I was doing the double take there, What? Is that what I think it is? It's a pig. Okay, I didn't look at the title. I never do that sometimes. Had I did not to do that. So now I start, he's a very spoiled. Yeah, I see that. So let me ask you, Heather, out of humor, have you ever fed him any pork? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hello, David in here. Is there a David in here? Hello, Miss Canadian Scrapper. How are you tonight? Are you having a good night? Did you have a good dinner? Hey, yeah, I'm back. It took me a while because it was giving. I don't know how to do this this live stuff. It gets kind of crazy. Oh, you're eating now? Yeah, those 4-hour lies can wear you down. No, he's a vegetarian? Oh, okay. Have you ever tried to give him pork just to see if he'll eat it? Just for giggles. I mean, you don't have to. You should try just say, you make that video for me. Say, Miss Southern Belle wants you to try this and see what he. Who is she? It'll be funny. I get a bang out of that one. Oh, it was 5 hours. Okay, you owe me, Miss Canadian Scrapper. I'm just kidding. You better light up the world for me. You better get on here. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody can come on this one. Oh, yeah, you better show some love. You better get out of air your electronic items. No, I'm just teasing. You better get your cousins, your mothers, your sister, and everybody. Nani Mae? Yes. And you know what? I'm probably scissoring her name down. Yes, I do. And I have a beanie baby. I wanted a beanie baby. Listen to me. A duck I wanted to send her. Yes, I do. I think she's a lovely lady. Yeah. She wants me to do StreamYards so me and her can sing together. I might do StreamYards. I might do it. I see that I'm having problems with YouTube buffer, and I hate it when it buffers. J.S. Dwayne, he's a great guy too. If you guys don't have him, check him out. He's an awesome dude. He was telling me talked about how tall he was, and it shouldn't matter if you're tall, short, fat, skinny. Well, he just talked about his height, but it shouldn't matter how tall you are, how short you are, or how fat you are. Well, you don't want to get too fat because we care about you and we want you to have a good heart and a good liver. Although I hate to admit it, but my liver is bad, fat liver. No, you and Noni are both a hoot. Oh, I think she's better at this live streaming than I am. She's really a lovely lady. I mean, she gives me ideas. I watch people to give me ideas. Sometimes they can teach you something. You remember when she showed you that red crochet thing, and that she was going to put subscribe on that? I told her, I said, I got an idea off of that. I got an idea off of it. And she says, what? I said, I made a picture. I'm not going to leave this. I had it on Miss Canadian Scrappers. It says, I painted a whole canvas red and I put subscribe and hit the thumbs button on it red. But it looks like a kindergarten kid did it. So, I won't say I'm the best. But, you got to really work on it. Hello, David. How you doing? How come you're always a mod in everybody's chat? You're something special about your little smiley face. If you guys don't have David, you should get him because he's a cool dude. And Miss Canadian Scrapper and Get Her Done Granny and J.S. Dwayne and Brenda Davis Scrappy Doo Da Day and all the people in here. I'm running out of air, Breathe. Anyway, I was showing these. Y'all want to see them again? I mean, I don't want to overkill it right here. I'll show it again. Hey, I can even make a sound about it. Hey, car 54, we got a bebop. We got a man on the side over here on 65-74-219. What are we going to do about it? Well, we're going to pull out our emergency. You got to have nails for this. Let's face it. Gemma, can I borrow your nails? No kidding. You really have to have nails. So carry a knife if you don't have nails. Okay, what is that? Oh, man, this is good to have, man. Very good to carry in your car. What is it? What is this? This is called an emergency side thingy. And what you do is there's a button right here. It's orange. Everything's orange, my favorite color. And it does this. Wait a minute. What's this going to do? It's going to keep us from getting hit. Oh, cool. What else does it do? It does that one, that one, that one, that one, and then that one. It does even a halfie. And then that one. Ooh, did it get y'all? I'm sorry. And anyway, that's what it does. And it's from Amazon. Jimmy, you love Amazon. I bet you're going to go check one of these out, ain't you, girl? Yeah, they're wonderful to have. I gave my sister's boyfriend one. He loved it. When you give a man something and they love it, you're doing good. My brother loves stuff like this. Actually, when I die, if I die before he does, because they're all killing me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm leaving all my survival stuff to him, and he says, oh, okay. So here's the name of that one. That's that. And then, Jim, I know you're getting tired of me. This is the name of this one. This is a flashlight. And this one is more like a battery that you can hook on your belt. There's like a hook. And it's pretty good. I mean, welcome to my haunted house here. Put your seatbelts on and we're going for a ride into the haunted house. To the left of me, there's the skeleton. To the right of me. Oh, yeah. And then it goes like this. There's like 3 different beings. Anyway, do you guys like playing with your flashlights? No pun intended. And here's another one. This one's more like you put on your rifle. Because down here it says out, you can screw it outward. It's like one of those, like I got a rifle. Going on a bear hunt. Yeah. See, look. This one you can charge into a charger. There's the blinkety blink like, neighbors, turn your music down. It probably could go in their window. Anyway, this one's cool. And you'll get a charger with it. Fingernails. Can I borrow your fingernails, Gemma? Of course. Well, now it's blinking on me. See? Charges. You can charge it. See? I think you can even charge your phone on this too. I meant to tell you that, Gemma. You can charge your phone on this. Did you? How about that? You can charge your phone on a flashlight, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty cool, huh? You guys like that stuff? It's fun to have I like stuff like flashlights and stuff like that. And, if you go look in my closet, everything, when you walk through the house, I have these lights like they're, you're not going to be in the dark. Like each time you walk through a certain section of my house, if it's dark, the light's going to come on like that. And you're like, what? You don't have to worry. Because each time you walk through my house, there's a light going to go off. And it goes back off after you walk back. You turn your head and they're gone. They're gone off. So I have like lights that light up everywhere. Okay, anybody connect to everybody? The hobbyist is a card guy. He does baseball cards. What baseball cards you got today? You guys giving me a thumbs up? I appreciate it if you do. Okay. Hey, Corey, how you doing? Long time no see. How you doing? How's your day going? Oh, it was mail day. Well, I didn't get to that, everybody, because I don't know what I was doing. I was going pretty early this morning. Yeah, a lot of things were going on with me. Yeah, I had to do something for my sister. Personal, but what can you say? But I'm glad you're here, Corey. I will watch everybody's videos. I'll catch up. And there's sometimes I do 2 in a day, 3 in a day. I'll catch up. Thank you, Brenda Davis. I appreciate you. So, Brenda Davis, how you feeling? Are you feeling any better than you did the last time? Metal detecting North Carolina. Awesome. You going to tell me about that diamond ring you found? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if you found the diamond ring or not. A ruby ring? Have you found any rings or anything lately? Metal detecting North Carolina? If you guys don't have each other, connect. Yes. And I tell you, I got so aggravated. I did have a damp. It might be a bad I did what I just did, but I did it wasn't soaking wet, but it was like a little damp on my pillow. Because I said, I ain't going to wait for this to dry. It's not soaking wet. I've done that before. Yes, I did get my bed made. Get her done, Granny. Yes, ma'am. Sure did. I was glad. And I sprayed everywhere I sat, with disinfect. I'm a disinfect queen. You found a hand-carved silver ring last week. What was the carving? Was it a Indian carving or I mean, what was it? Is a cross? Was it like this? I mean, that's pretty awesome. Somewhat better. Well, just hang in there. I used to feel that way when I got in that. I feel like I could chase a car, But, I ran out of gas. It's supposed to be a joke. I mean, some people take it worse than others. I did go to a Good Nutrition, got something for mine. I'll talk to you about it in Hangouts if that's okay. It was a random design. It was a 5th hand carving ring I found so far. Wow, you're just doing good. Are those hard to use? Those metal detectors? I mean, how smart do you have to be to use those? I mean, how much do they cost? Can you get one off of Amazon? Are they pretty reasonable? I thought about getting one. Are they heavy? Are they worse than a weed eater? I mean, are they like having a weed eater, when you're out there metal detecting? I do need to lose the flab under my arm. Thank you, Country Time TV. I appreciate that. Okay, I will. Gemma, do you have Miss Canadian Scrapper? Her email? You have her email on her about section? Get my email from her, and yeah, I'll get you on Hangouts. You need a college degree. Come on, Corey. You always messing with me. You gotta stop that. Okay, would you give her? Does she have my email address? Yes, she does. I could just hear Miss Canadian Scrapper say that. Yes, she does. Yeah, but are they heavy? I mean, I can't hold anything real heavy. I might flip over. They're ranging prices, but how are they like a weed eater? I can do a weed eater, Bzz, bzz, bzz. My sister says, I wish you could stop weed eating outside. So I did, Landscapers do it now. But I mean, she said, you're cutting down way too much. You're getting carried away there, buddy. I said, I know. Okay, Country Town TV, it was nice meeting you. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Less than a weed eater. Oh, okay. So no mind. They're less weight than 10 pounds. Hey, might give me one. I try everything. Well, I wouldn't go that far. There's some stuff I won't try. There's some things I draw the line. I'll try, but I won't. I'll tell you deep down inside, I won't try. People say, take that TV apart. Nah. I'm doing good to get in there and hook up that TV back to my Apple. I haven't even got it hooked up. My girlfriend comes over. She says, you ain't got that thing hooked up? I like to watch my Netflix. I said, get alive. Go in there and watch it on my phone or something. Hey, Maximilian, how you doing? You guys don't have Maximilian. You need to check her out, see what she's all about. Yeah. I mean, get it on the, hook up to the Wi-Fi and go watch it on the telephone. Actually, my computer is big enough. It'd be a bit nice size TV for you. You can get it on that. Yeah, everybody connect her. Oh yeah, Maximilian. You don't have her, check her out. How you doing? You having a good Wednesday? Do you have something good to eat today? Everybody needs to eat good. You should tell her to hook it up for you. Oh yeah, right. I don't think she would. I don't think she could. She's really, I'll tell you what she's good at. She's good with words. The word that she used when she locked me out in that car, I said, what does that mean? And then she told me, I said, don't be using that word anymore. She said, probably nobody knows what I'm talking about. I said, I bet that if they looked it up in the dictionary, they would. I said, just don't use that word anymore. She just laughed. That is not going to be a good one. But that's okay. We had a good time. She's really funny. I mean, she's really funny. So if you guys don't have Brenda Davis, Scrappy Doodah, our hobby list, you should get connected with them. And Max Maximilian. I hope I'm not chopping up y'all's names. I mean, I bet if, let's see, if somebody comes in here is really an English person, I mean, we're talking. Mm. We're talking like, hey, I I got a lot of slang in my language. I was raised up in kind of like, some people were raised up in the Bronx. I was like in the Bronx of Atlanta. So, I was raised up like that. So, I use a lot of slang language, like, hey, y'all, what's up, I mean, I could go all really slang and you couldn't understand a word I say because I go so fast it'd be like a whole nother language. But I won't do that. I'm trying to behave myself. Excuse me. Okay, I don't want to upset anybody. Yeah, 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 yeah. But you gotta pronunciate properly, as my sister says. Like, okay. I took modeling. It was so funny when I took modeling. I took modeling with my sister. And my sister, she's a doll baby. She's hot. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but she's what do you call that body, You got to say she's elegant, graceful. All right? Yes, okay. It's like Mary Poppins. Oh, was it Mary Poppins or what was that where she stuck the book on her head? Okay, she had the book on her head, and it was a guy. He says, Grace, my child, Grace, you must be graceful. Are you kidding me? I'm not graceful like you, sis. Sorry. I would rather climb a tree and throw a brick at you. No, I wouldn't do that anyway. I'm sorry I'm not like that. I failed. I walk like a crazy woman instead. I got jelly legs and I like to walk crazy. I got big walks and wiggle walks, you see. That's what I tell her, you see. I'm a crazy walking woman who walks ungraceful and I can't help it. You know what I mean? And she says, no, 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 no. She says, you must walk like a graceful lady. No, you got to close your legs down and don't leave them wide open. But why? Because you're a lady. You keep your legs and you cross them like this and you look very nice. Who cares? I'm not on a modeling show. But she says, yes, you have to look so graceful. And I said, no, I'm not going to do it. It would aggravate her to death because I would wear a bikini or some kind of, I would wear shorts underneath my dress. It would go off for the friends, and I'd open up my legs and I'd say, "Hey, I'm crazy jelly legs." And my sister said, "Oh God, I can't help my jelly legs." She said, "Oh God, you're making embarrassment. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Oh God, I'm crazy jelly legs, and I can't help it. These legs just won't close down today." Oh, it was funny. Yeah, you had to be there. She went, "Oh, mama, 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 mama." And my mother's very stern. She said, "What happened?" "Miss Southern Bells, she got the jelly legs." So about that, I don't know what to do about that. But all I got to say is she better keep those legs together. Because she's going to get in trouble with them boys, mama. I said, okay. You got me on that one. What can you say? So if you got jelly legs and you're a girl and you're crazy, I think it's okay. What do you think? Uh-oh, am I buffering? Am I buffering? Yes or no? Uh, you guys, am I okay? Okay, I can't see the chat, but I think I'm okay. So I'm going to continue on. I think I'm frozen. If I'm not, I'm going to just continue on because I can't see the chat. It's doing something weird. Okay, guys. The chat is frozen. Am I frozen? I'm checking to see if I'm frozen. Okay, I'm okay. 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 It's okay to be okay. I think I'm okay if you're okay. Although the chat is frozen, so I guess it'll freeze when you put a blanket on it. Put a blanket on this chat, huh? Okay, I'm all good, David says. Okay, guys. Are y'all bored with my crazy stories? My sister stories? I'll tell you one about my brother now. Okay, well, my brother, he's a very stern man. Serious as he can be and firm man, but he has a heart like gold. And he's very serious all the way. Everything has to be technical. Technical? Well, he was teaching me how to drive. And we didn't go very far because he was scared, very scared of me. Like, what would I do? Like, lay on the gas pedal, you see, and throw those brakes on and give him a big scare, you see. It was great. Learn and grow with Ann. How you doing? It was great. My chat is frozen, so don't be mad, you see. I'm looking down at my iPad and I can see you, so it was something. If I miss you in the chat, I'll look down at my other iPad to see you, so don't get mad because my chat is frozen. And it even happened on StreamYards. So it's in the car. Here's the first thing he said. Okay, he says, put on your seatbelts, Susan. Oh, it's my first. And don't you act crazy, Susan. I said, okay, this is the horn, and this is ignition, this is park, this is left, this is this. I said, okay, well, shoot. We're going to do, Susan, ignition in the car, start it up, and get it going. Well, geez, let's get there. And he says, wait a minute. You got to put it in reverse. So gently he says, put it in reverse. I go, boop, 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 boop. And then he says, don't you hit that gas hard. I said, okay. And then, okay, my connection's unstable again. Am I okay? Are you okay? Am I still buffering? Can you guys hear me? Am I buffering still? Okay. I can look down at the here to see if I'm still buffering. Does anybody know me like my brother and sister? Nah. But do you everybody know your brothers and sisters like you should? Hey, do we? Hey, one time I was at my brother's house. This was a nightmare. This is like, I was in the shower and I was cleaning, and I wouldn't think your own brother would come in the shower. He comes in the shower and pulls the shower curtain open, and I'm like,